Pastoralism has for generations continued to be a fundamental bedrock of many communities across the 5.2 million square kilometers that form the IGAD region. Herders and their animals moving freely, safely and easily across the borders in search of water and pasture. To protect and formalize the traditional practice and the lifestyles of the pastoral communities, IGAD countries have created the Protocol of Free Movement of Transhumance, where countries recognize and allow organized, free and safe seasonal cross-border mobility of livestock and herders while minimizing the spread of transboundary animal disease. The European Union, with its key partner, IGAD, have played a central role in bringing this protocol from conception and are now instrumental in fast-tracking its adoption, ratification and implementation.
This protocol is another means to support the traditional mechanisms of movement of access of livestock to water, to pasture, to salt licks, and to safe grazing grounds, basically security of the livestock. So the protocol actually supports a consistent responsibility of member states towards the pastoral communities to yield maximum benefit out of the livestock economy.
Transhumance and the cross-border mobility of pastoralists has been existing with and without the protocol. All the protocol is coming to do is to actually regularize. And the ultimate objective of it is ensuring this movement of the pastoral communities, the herders, together with their livestock, to access resources.
It's easier for us to talk from Nairobi, the capital, from Entebbe, Kampala, from Khartoum, from Addis Ababa. But on the ground, these people are moving as we are talking, without the protocol. So what we said is, can we make it safer? Can we make sure that when they travel, okay, across these borders, they have certain routes that we can provide services. So that's why this protocol is so critical. So that we can say, as a country, we have people who are dependent on livestock. We have people who are dependent on mobility. This is their grazing area. Can we leave it for them to graze?
The need for the protocol is even more important with new challenges arising for pastoral communities, such as climatic threats, frequent drought, erratic rainfall, and violent conflict in the form of armed cattle raiding.
When drought hits, the animals from Kenya will move naturally. Whether you like or not, they will look for grass, pasture, and for water. So this protocol will help to make sure that the movements are regulated, we have proper records of the animals that are moving, and we also plan better. And I want to thank the European Union. They've been giving us support. If we improve on the livelihood of these communities, within the next few years, we will see Uganda into the middle income status.
You are talking about the Topother of Sudan, you are talking about the Nyangatome of Ethiopia, you are talking about the Turkana of Kenya, and you are talking about Karamoja. This is a very large clan. All this, by agreeing and signing into that agreement, that was one smart way of paving way for opening other gates, like feeder roads now will be put in place, like health facilities will be in place, like schools will be put in place, meaning these fellows now can have access even to trade amongst themselves, and that is the benefit they can benefit from that transhuman agreement.
One of the principal rights of pastoralists is mobility, that pastoralists should be allowed to move in search of resources, pasture, water. Pastoralists should be allowed to look for critical resources such as salt licks. Pastoralists should be allowed to move away from diseases, livestock diseases. Pastoralists should be allowed to move away from disasters such as drought. The Transhumance Protocol must be accepted, must be adopted by states, so that the discussions within there, the provisions in the Transhumance Protocol should then be enabled. The Transhumance Protocol cannot see life if states are not willing to adopt it. It cannot see life.
These pastoralists are faced with challenges of drought, so that attracts them, forces them to move from one area to another, irrespective of which areas they are cutting across. The European Union has played a big role in financial support and funding of these meetings to the point that we reached in terms of signing the Transhumance Protocol. And basically, this all identification and prioritization was participatory in nature, and it involved elders, it involved the subnational authorities, and basically there was nobody who was left out then. And it even brought on board the gender aspect.
We have to borrow leave from what was practiced before by pastoralists in time memorial, because I don't think they had intense conflicts or several conflicts like we have today. In order for all these initiatives to be sustainable, they have to be interlinked, and they have to respect what the elders as well practiced in the past.
The European Union is a key ally to IGAD in providing long-term support to establish and implement the Protocol of Free Movement of Transhumance at a national level.
Transhumance exists in Europe too. Right across our continent, we have places, mountainous regions, large plains, where transhumance is part of day-to-day life for many communities. I think the transhumance project here and allowing free movement of transhumance in this region will bring dignity to many people in the pastoral communities, and it will allow all of that activity to happen in a more regulated and safe fashion. So altogether it will bring a framework that will enhance the lives and livelihoods of all of the people involved in this wonderful practice.
So the Europeans, in as far as transhumance is concerned, will bring their experiences, especially with the pastoralists, their pastoralists who move from the lowlands into the Alps. We cannot wish the Karamojong away. You cannot wish the Matheniko away. We cannot wish the Turkanas away, or the Gie, or the Murule. Okay? That's their country, that's where they are. So whatever developments that come up, they should be part and parcel of that development. In the meantime, they have safe movement of their livestock, and their children can actually access services on either sides of the border. And this is the value of that protocol.